What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XCN today, OnyxCoin. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. We're sitting here at about 2.12 cents. Each time we come down to these lows, each time staring death in the face, and each time we remain victorious, or at least at the moment it seems we are. Let's not get too presumptive. Count our chickens before they hatch, right? We are, after all, right now, from a low, come on now, if I can get it low to the price that we're at right now, we're about 7% away from our recent low. So we have a lot of climbing to do before we validate this thing as a low and as a breakout move that takes us all the way up to these highs and beyond, right? I think if we analyze it in that kind of scope alone, we take this high and we shave it down to where we're finding resistance. I think that's the line of best fit. You kind of broke out of it here, but you're back below it now. We might be breaking out of it right now on a 4-hour basis. Maybe that's not the best line to choose. Maybe it's something more like this, and I have to bring this down. You know, that's the thing with diagonal lines. Who knows? But that line seems to be of good fit as well. I would say that whenever we get above let's just say 2.3 cents to be safe. You get above 2.3 cents, you're likely breaking out of this, but not just get above it, right? You don't want to wick above it. You want to close above it. On a 4-hour basis, a 1-hour basis, multi-hour basis is what we're looking for. Closing above 2.3, the higher we go, 2.4 or more, just validates things more. As we get above this range here, we'll be breaking out and likely going to the top end of the next range, which I think would be all the way up here. So I'm expecting that soon, based on this 4-hour basis. I don't think that we'll move exactly like this, but if the end of the week is over here, right, that's the end of the week. Oops, that was a little bit sideways. Let's do a vertical line. Come on now. Vertical line. End of the week is right there, okay? I would think we could hit this high by the end of the week at a nice breakout pace, right? Even that pace, if I don't like all these lines on here. Let me delete it. Let me see if I can make it a little bit better looking. Even at this pace here, that's slower than what we've seen on the way up here, right? That's actually pretty slow for what this thing can do. But it's been consolidating for a while. It might just shake off the dust and then consolidate back, find a higher low, confirm that we are in fact breaking out of this, going onward and upwards, and then that's whenever we'll see the velocity return that we've seen before. And maybe it's this fast, maybe it's slower, likely, and I mean, I think logic would dictate that we would move up at a slower pace, but I do suspect that we will see a move that is very similar in overall growth. And I want to look at this thing, XCN, on a long-term basis. If we take the low, not the low over here, but the low of this move, which I think on a weekly basis, that's it right there, to the high, if it'll let me, and we were to respect this as a bull flag, which I think on a weekly basis, on a 3-day basis, it really does look like a bull flag. On a daily basis, still, but less so because of this little pause here. But still, overall, I mean, that is kind of one move in its own right. But on a weekly basis, I think it's very obvious. We put that at the low there, maybe a 3-day because it's easier for me to find that low. That would take us all the way up to 36 cents. So again, I don't think we're going to move at the same pace. And I actually don't think that we'd go all the way up to 36 cents personally, but something just below that is what I would anticipate. Something that, you know, is around the all-time highs, which is at 18.2 cents or above there. There are targets for 36 cents. And I'm not saying that we won't go there. I think that inevitably we will. By the end of March, I would think that we're lower. By the end of March, which that's kind of the point of this next move, I think that we will have reached the maximum height of this next move by the end of March. Then we'll consolidate again for a few weeks or so, and then continue into April, moving higher. By the end of April, this could be a target, maybe even higher than that by the end of April, or May. Certainly by the end of May, I think we really could be up there, if not beyond that. It depends too. You know, OnyxCoin, the rest of the markets could run up in April, May, and that's what I'm expecting. And then OnyxCoin could consolidate more. Why would it consolidate more and the rest of the markets move up? Is that because it's broken? No, it's because it just pulled a freaking over 100x in a very short amount of time and might need to consolidate more. We see coins do that. That it doesn't have to move up. Just because the rest of the market's moving up does not mean it has to. And thinking that is what makes people sell during these consolidation phases where inevitably you are going to go higher. It's just it didn't move in time with the market on that one attempt there. Oop. That was my daughter. She's being silly because she knows that I'm making videos. She's almost 3. She's not like, she doesn't know what I'm doing. She just knows I have a camera on. But anyways, let's see. So I would assume inevitably, of course, we do reach this target. I do think that that happens. And inevitably beyond that, I think XCN will see prices above $1.82, probably in the $2 range and above by the end of the cycle. But for this next move, by the end of March, before we consolidate again at any kind of capacity, I'm thinking that where we end off is probably at least here at the 886, which is at about just below 10 cents there. It says 9.4 cents here, but on the 886 it's 9.7 cents. 18 cents, 18.3 cents is the all-time high, so we could stop there. Anywhere in between is also a viable option. And then, of course, from our relative high to our relative low here, we do have the 2272 and the 2618 area. These are the top sides of our kind of deeper extended areas where we expect to go. 24 cents comes on the line, and then also from this fib, from a high to a low, the next fib zones themselves top off also at 20 to 26 cents. So there are targets. There are several reasons why we could go above 20 cents, but do anticipate that we could find resistance at any point between basically 10 cents and 20 cents, if not just a little bit higher by the end of March. I hope that all makes sense, right? It's the same message it's been, growing ever more confident that we have found the lows here, right? I think if we look at the 4-hour time frame, well, that might be a good time to end the video, guys. I might have to go help out. So I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Bye.